Lil Baby shocks the industry by disappearing during Fed investigation. Is he guilty or just busy? Lil Baby, one of hip-hop's biggest names and most influential voices in the culture today, has left fans, bloggers, and even law enforcement scratching their heads after he seemingly fled just as federal investigations reportedly started closing in. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious or more dangerous for his public image. While no formal charges have been announced, his sudden disappearance has sparked intense speculation online. Could he be running from something? Or is this all just one big misunderstanding? That's the million-dollar question, and the truth could shake the entire rap game. Let's get into full story, because what's happened behind the scenes could either expose something massive or prove to be another case of the media jumping to conclusions too quickly. One thing's for sure, Lil Baby's sudden moves have created a firestorm conversation, and we're here to break it all down. It all started with a quiet whisper in the industry, nothing more than murmurs at first. A couple of blogs hinted that federal agencies have been paying extra close attention to certain circles in Atlanta's hip-hop scene. Now, we've seen this before. Rappers have often found themselves in the crosshairs of federal investigations, either due to associations, lyrics, or lifestyle choices that draw too much attention. But when Lil Baby's name started coming up, people were genuinely shocked. This was the man many saw as the evolution of trap. Business savvy, calculated, seemingly always moving smart. But then came the curveball. Lil Baby, who was reportedly scheduled to appear at several business engagements, performances, and even a rumored brand collab reveal, suddenly canceled or delayed everything. Not just postponed, vanished. No Instagram posts. No paparazzi sightings. No cryptic tweets. For someone as active and as visible as him, the sudden silence was loud, and people started asking questions. Where is Lil Baby? Now, let's be very clear. As of now, there are no confirmed charges against him. The feds haven't issued any warrants. There's no official documentation or statement suggesting he's being sought for arrest. But the thing about federal investigations is they're silent until they're not. And for those who've been watching closely, the sudden vanishing act is raising all kinds of red flags. Insiders close to the rapper have given mixed signals. One source, allegedly a former business associate, claimed he had gotten word that Baby was advised by his legal team to lay low until things blew over. Now, whether that's true or just smoke, we can't confirm. But when you combine that with the rumors swirling about potential surveillance, wiretaps, and the feds building Rico-type cases against multiple Atlanta figures, the dots start to connect in people's minds. But let's play devil's advocate for a second. Lil Baby is a businessman. He's one of the few rappers who's managed to balance street credibility with major corporate partnerships. From sneaker deals to charitable foundations to his high-profile music collaborations, he's a brand. So is it really that surprising that someone in his position would be moving more carefully, especially if he even hears that an investigation might be brewing? That's where things get murky. Because while fans want to believe in his innocence, and there's no reason not to, the optics aren't great. Disappearing during the early stages of an alleged investigation might look like guilt, even if it's just strategy. And in court, optics matter, especially when dealing with federal prosecutors who specialize in building narratives out of behavior. Let's rewind for a moment. If you followed Lil Baby's journey, you know this isn't someone who just stumbled into fame. Born Dominique Armani Jones, he came from the streets of Atlanta, specifically the West End, and turned his life around through music. He was arrested multiple times in his youth and did time for drug charges. But once he started rapping, it was all up from there. He quickly rose through the ranks, co-signed by heavyweights like Young Thug and Quality Control's Coach K&P. What made him stand out wasn't just his flow, it was his story. He wasn't trying to glorify his past. He was trying to move past it. And for a long time, it seemed like he had. Until now. Because when federal agencies start digging, they don't just look at you, they look at everyone around you. Your friends, your business partners, your past, your present, and maybe even your future. And in the case of Lil Baby, some of those connections have raised eyebrows. Not because he's necessarily done anything wrong, but because in the world of federal investigations, proximity can be enough to put you in the hot seat. Multiple reports have suggested that the feds are looking into gang-related activity in Atlanta and are targeting individuals with even loose connections to organized crime. Sound familiar? That's the same strategy they use with YSL and Young Thug. And we all saw how quickly that spiraled into